My question is, so they have very close. They're the biggest affiliates for centralized exchanges. Nooner and Ivan, like of the biggest, because they're legit huge. So the question is this going to inevitably end up with a HEX listing on centralized exchange? It will pump their bags, right? It's like Ivan directly connected with, let's say, Bybit, which is huge, and Bybit doesn't list HEX, and a listing would obviously pump the bags like crazy because they're not getting anything for free. The liquidity is going to have to be bought off the market. So do you think we could have a major centralized exchange listing because of that?
Here was my initial thought. This is what I think is probably most likely going to happen, is that Pulsechain will launch. All these centralized exchanges probably sacrifice something for them.
Or at least the founders did.
Yeah.
Privately.
And what they'll do is that they'll list Pulsechain and, PulseX and probably a lot of the Pulsechain projects, and they'll probably list PHEX or HEX on Pulsechain. But for some reason, they'll justify still not listing EHEX. They're going to be like, for reason X, Y, and Z, we can't support that one, but we support the one on Pulsechain
due to extreme market conditions.
Yeah. I think that's the kind of ego these guys have, is that they're just like, I mean, because why is HEX still pegged at 201? It has to just be ego. It has to be their egos were hurt.
No, that makes a lot of sense because they're incentivized to have high trading volume, and obviously HEX is coded not to be traded.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a conflict of interest.
Yeah, and then they'll probably try to promote trading Pulsechain and PulseX.
Well,
even though we'll have our single-sided staking.
No, so here's an interesting thing they could do. An interesting thing they could do is they can have staking on the exchange, where they basically you hold it on the exchange, like you press the staking option, and they'll stake it for like 20%, and they'll give you like 5-6%.
Yeah, exactly.
But like a lot of people will do that because people are just so naive and oblivious to using decent dexes and hardware wallets and self-custody.
The people that will do that are the same people that use the MetaMask swap.
Sami was all over the MetaMask swap. So hey, maybe there could be an incentive for centralized exchange listings, even if it's not traded a lot. They could do a staking service, which might end up making you lose all your money. But
yeah, MEXC, MEXC, they just started listing HEX. So, maybe that's what they can do. They can stake their HEX, for a year, get a solid 10% plus, and offer 5% a year.
There you go.
Boom.
Yeah, MEXC, if you're listening, we know you're watching.
We know you're watching.
We know you're
Furu
watching.
Finance.
That's right. They're only watching because you're on. Normally they wouldn't watch. Do you have any questions about how to approach the Pulsechain launch? Or do you have any questions about crypto security, anything like that? Go book a free one-on-one. Links in the description with me. Schedule it on your own time. You could schedule it on your own time, at a time that's most convenient for you. And it'll be fun. And also consider becoming a Patreon, get access to my trades, my Discord group, meetings every Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern time with the community, and discounts and many other great benefits, exclusive content, my trades, my portfolio, how I'm navigating the markets. Links in the description. Get in the Patreon. Go support my work if you can, or even if you cannot. And also follow me on Instagram at Furu.finance.